Hey, I kind of like these videos. I'm going to do these once a week just to remind you how you could be living if you just play the stock market correctly. Nah, it's more than just the stock market that got me where I am today. It's actually not the stock market at all. It was the stock market about 14 years ago when it was crashing and I was having all the fun in the world. And then again in '07 when it was crashing, I did pretty well. I'll be the first to admit this rally, I hated also. Somewhere in 2012, I was short in the market, lost a good year and a half's worth of income. Then again, maybe I think it was November when the Twitter IPO came out. I was high-fiving everybody, talking about how I called the top of the market, and then the market rallied the next day. I think it was November 5th or 6th or something like that. Lost a good 6 months worth of money at that point also. And then just last week, the market, we had the shooting star, the hanging dojo, the oscillating, give it a couple more names. The shooting star, the hanging man, guaranteed. The gurus on the internet guaranteed me that the market was definitely going to sell off. And I kind of laughed because I hope you can hear me through and I want to show you my boats. I put them in the water. I kind of laughed because I wanted the market to go down, even though I was long, and people don't understand why they're confused by that. Again, I own 1,000 QQQ right now. I own 1,000 AIG and 3,000. I was up to a lot more Alcoa, and I've lightened up. I'm at 3,000 right now. I got the KNDI, I got the BlackBerry, I got the Rambus, I got the Cena, I got the Cree. But these are very, very small positions. And again, my life is a joke, really. It's a joke because I'm making these amazing calls, and I own 100 share lots, 200 share lots. There's no other way of saying how pissed off I am. Because if I just would have chose one of those to load up on, we're talking about $40,000, $50,000 on a couple of $1,000 investment on some options. I mean, we had a guy who talking about the price line. If you timed your price line option purchase perfectly, you could have turned $1,000 into about 80 grand. I mean, it's insane the money that's going on around, and I understand where the bears are coming from because we're jealous. Again, I'm a cheerleader for the bulls right now, and I believe the market's going up, but deep down inside, I'm a bear. Government-induced market, all that stuff that you read about how it's going to end badly and this market's setting up, I kind of believe all that. But I will not short the market until there's some real signs. And that means the market actually has to go down for 3 days. We've had this conversation before. But again, why am I just there's there is no joy in Mudville as far as I'm concerned because just as early as last week we were talking about sector rotation. We were always talking about sector rotation. Another reason the market can't go down, right? Now, but the most important thing is you've got stocks out there that weren't doing anything. So what do? Do you give up on them? No, you buy more because this market, every single stock is getting their day in the sun. Ah, the sun. Let me go down there. I think this might be a little bit too windy for us. But every stock. Let me just go show you my boats. I don't want to fall down the stairs. So the neighbors are around finally. This is the downstairs. I built the whole house on pilings, so when the floods come, it wasn't affected. Everybody hid out. So I got the boats in the water. I sold the bigger boat, and I got a smaller boat. I put a new engine on the smaller boat so we could zip around town in this bad boy. Brand new engine, should last me 20 years. I don't know if you can see that. Got the Yamaha, brand spanking new. And this is the Mako. This is what all you need down here. I don't stay overnight on the boat or whatnot. This is all you need. You take 4 or 5 guys out, do some fishing. You get your naked chick to sit out on the front deck. Room enough for 2 ladies to be hanging out, drinking and sunbathing with tops off. That's a delusion of mine that I have. Like that's gonna happen nowadays with being married with 2 kids. But this is all we need. The last boat that we had this huge cabin in front, and I don't need it. So anyway, let's go back to the stock market for a second, right? I'm never going to be happy. Calculating everything, all things considered, I'm officially a loser, really. If I would have quit the business in 2002, I'd have more money than I have today. So what's that saying? That's saying I sucked over the last 12 years. Virtually have sucked over the last 12 years. My high water mark has still not been achieved. All these amazing calls. Now, if I would have fell into a coma in 2009, looking back at the portfolio that I started, what did we start out with? Baidu was $118 a share. I think it was about 125. I think the low was 118. I bought it at 125, sold it at 250, making 125 points on like 400 shares. It's insane, the amount of money, right? And then what did I do? When it hit 250, I think, this is probably enough. Let's start shorting it. Lost money. Then it went to 400. I'm thinking, all right, this can't keep going higher. Got hammered. Lost it. Pretty much gave back all the money that I made on the Baidu long by trying to guess when this thing was going to go down. Finally, at 500, I was like, well, I guess it's going to 1,000. But not only has Baidu gone to 1,000, it's gone to 2,000. Do you realize that Baidu is the best performing stock over the last 6 years than any stock on the planet? Do you realize? I mean, the enormity? I mean, maybe MU going from like $4 to $35 is pretty good. But Baidu was $118 a share. Went to 1,000. Did a 10-for-1 split. It's already back to 185. So split adjusted, the stock's gone from $118 to $1,800, from 118 to $1,800. And I had, I think I had 400 shares or 600 shares, some shit like that. Let's not talk about the Tesla and the DEC. Remember all the stocks? Remember how, again, I love Josh Brown. He's a friend of mine. But we had him on the show. It was 2 years ago around this time. And he looked at my portfolio. The first thing he saw, he said, why would you own First Solar? I was like, why wouldn't you own First Solar? I'm risking what? $15 right here. If it goes under 12, I'll probably dump it. But if I buy it here at 15, there's a good chance I could double my money. And we did. It went from 15 up to about 38. We wound up selling it at 30. And once again, it went to 50, came crashing back to 35, never bought it back. Story of my life. So, again, people ask me, why do you say day trading has ruined your life? I'll tell you why. Because day trading, sitting in front of the computer every day, convinced me about 150,000 times that the market was going down. Something during the day showed me that, and there were times when the market did go down for maybe 1 or 2 days over the last 5 or 6 years. We had some sell-offs. It's not like we didn't have any. But there were times where I was convinced that this was it. That was it. I better sell everything. I'm not buying anything back until I get it back cheaper. And what happened? You never buy it back. You sell a stock and it goes down for 2 or 3 points. You're waiting to buy it back. And then it goes back above the price that you sold it. You're not buying it back. You're going to be too stubborn just like me. You never buy it back. And there it went for Solar. I mean, the list goes on and on. So where are we today? Where are we today? I made this video Memorial Day and I told you just to buy stocks, right? And, my critics on the internet say, oh, that's great advice. Just tell people to buy stocks. It's been 5 years now. It's been 5 years since I've been calling for Dow 20,000. And by the way, if anybody tries to use Dow 20,000, soon they're going to have to pay me because I own the phrase. And my lawyers are working on it right now. Thank you very much. So be afraid. You better start coming up with a new phrase because that's mine. Dow 20,000. Anyway, again, if you pay me $5, you could use it. CNBC, I'm not going to give you permission to use Dow 20,000. You put it on a hat, you're paying me. Anyway, 100 grand, thousands, millions. Maybe that's where I'll make all my money, on the Dow 20,000 copyright. Anyway, so I made this video, joking about all the reasons the market was going to go down, sequester and fiscal cliff, and we came up with everything. SARS, bird flu, contagion. What happened to the Ukraine event? What happened to Crimea? And what about this new war in Iraq? So basically, it's not going to be a political event. It's not going to be a financial event. Obviously, financial data means nothing because it's always past data. We know all about it already. Who cares? It's about what happens in the future, right? What this market's proving to you is that nothing matters except what's actually happening. And what's actually happening is the market goes up every day. So what are you supposed to do? You're going to fight it? So again, back to what I own. BlackBerry, I had 5,000 shares of BlackBerry at $7.50. What do I have now? 400 shares. Oh, missed the whole big move. Sold it at $8.20. I thought I was a champ that day. I thought I was a champ selling at $8.20 because it went down under $8 again. Never bought it back, right? Story goes, it goes on and on and on. But the moral of the story is, I think we're good for the next 2 years, and if we can't sell off within the next 2 years substantially, I think we're good for the next 17 years. Seriously, I think we're on a market that's going to be good for another 12 years, a 17-year bull market, like we had from 82 to 2000. I think that's what we're in right now, and it means nothing. The Dow's going to 36,000. Inflation, stagflation, deflation doesn't matter. The market would outpace it all. Economic data means nothing. Wars, absolutely nothing. When they decide it's time for the market to sell off for more than 4 hours, did you realize we haven't had a sell-off for more than 4 hours in 9 weeks? 9 weeks. We haven't had a sell-off that lasted more than 4 hours. Go check it out. Check it out. We haven't had a sell-off since I made this last video standing outside on my dock. Come on. So again, why am I pissed off and why am I angry? And first of all, why do I have to ask you guys to send me money to tell you what to do? It's because I own 100 shares of Cree. Look how broken my nose is. It's like off my face. Yeah, that's me. That's Jews playing sports. I ran smack dab into the pole. I did a layup. Boom. Next thing you know, I'm out like a light. I ran right into the pole. Cracked my skull right here. My nose went off to the side. Full speed right into the freaking pole. Never played basketball ever again. My son thinks he's going to be a basketball player now. I'm like, all right. Next time at least they have padding on the poles now where they play. But again, what was I saying? Oh, why do I need you to send me your money to tell you what to do? Because I'm good. I'm real good. I might not be real good at holding on to stuff because, again, there's always something coming up that I need money for, like this house and the other buildings I'm trying to get involved in. Because I'd rather just sit there and buy a building. I know the rental incomes are going to come in, and it's relatively safe. If the market crashes again, I'm in areas where it's still kind of up and coming. They're still on the climb. So if we have a huge correction in the housing, they're still going to pay their rent. The house might go down in value, or the building might go down in value, but I'm still going to be getting those rental incomes. So I'm not too concerned. As far as the stock market's concerned, why do I need to help you? First of all, if you want to day trade, I could show you the 4 or 5 tricks that you need. That's it. There's 4 or 5 things that work during the day. Very, very simple procedures. I'm not going to talk stochastics or Bollinger Bands, moving averages. It's volume weighted average price mixed in with a couple of pivot point reversal points. That's it. That's all you need. You want to sit there between 9:30 and 12 o'clock and try to make some money, I'll show you how to do it. And then if you want to own some stocks longer term, I'll show you how to find these stocks like PBR and BlackBerry and Walter. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Walter and Cliff and BTU and US Steel. Take a look at some of these charts. They all are the same exact chart. Even Solar City and First Solar and DEC and Tesla, they all started out with the same exact chart pattern. Take a look at Walter, WLT, Cree, CREE, Cliff, CLF, BTU, US Steel. Take a look at all these charts. They're all the same. I'll show you how to find these charts. I'll show you what to look for that first day of that pivot, that first day where it looks like the sellers have finally given up, like KNDI, the sellers finally gave up on that stock, like the GoGo at 1250. They're all the same charts. Now, we're running out of opportunity in the market because you're not seeing these chart formations near these lows. That's why it's getting harder to buy stocks, because you're going to have to buy stocks higher and sell them higher. It's a concept that most people don't appreciate, buying high, selling higher, but you have to. But more importantly, I still think we got much more room to grow. Usually after the holiday weekend, we usually get that gap up. So I'm expecting the market to gap up Monday, and we'll probably rally all day. And I was making a few points about, earlier about these internet gurus who told me for sure, I was guaranteed the market was going to go down after that shooting star. And I was like, do you realize the market won't go down into the holiday weekend because we just don't do that? It's against the law. I'm debating with this one guy on StockTwits. He's like, no. He's like, charts don't lie. I'm like, well, tomorrow when the market doesn't go down, your chart will be obviously lying, and you'll have to cover when the market breaks out from the pivot point or the doji, hanging man, dark cloud cover formation that you thought was forming. So again, if you're shorting the market, you're losing money, guaranteed. I lost all the money that I put. I bought puts on the Qs just in case, and what'd I do? Cost me $600. That's what it did. Insurance, great. There's $600. Thanks for playing. So again, there are still stocks out there that look like they're ready to explode. Walter Energy is one of them. I told you, eventually this stock would be one of our favorites. Now it's one of our favorites, just like Cliff, just like U.S. Steel, just like BTU, even A&R. When the money starts coming back into the sector, you don't ask why. You don't think, oh, well, what's the story with coal? Is there a real turnaround in the industry? Who gives a shit? The stock just ran out of sellers. The shorts are covering. The longs are getting encouraged. Buy the stock, Walter Energy. Our price was $5.97. Sorry, $4.97 with a 566 pivot point. We got the stock back below 566 the other day. And again, here's one of those situations where, what do I got? What do I got? I bought 1,000 shares of Walter when it broke back above 566. Did I buy the $6 calls for 2 cents and sell them for 50 cents? Do you realize the $6 options, which I was suggesting people buy, were 2 cents? 2 cents. You buy 100 contracts for $200. Next thing you know, they're worth 50 cents. Come on, that's some serious cash. $200 into $5 grand. I think you're living large. And that was just one of the plays that we had last week. Now the question is, why the hell didn't I do it? Why the hell didn't I do it? It's just like, I don't know. You know what it was? I knew I wasn't going to be around the whole day. I wasn't going to be around Wednesday. I wasn't going to be around Tuesday. Thursday was the holiday shortened week. Just in case something happened, I probably should have done an auto trade on it, just put an offer out and done the trade. Again, living with regret, it'll kill you. But again, you want to learn what's going on, you know, I'll show you. Because I swear to God, I'm not going to be able to do this much longer because I'm running out of energy. And, you know, really comes down to I'm running out of energy, I'm running out of patience. And I really don't see the point of being this active in a market that only goes one way. Again, I'll be making videos every half an hour if the market starts crashing, laughing and giggling my ass off. And again, that was a point I was going to make before. Someone says, how come you're always rooting for the market to go down? How come you're always rooting for the market to go down if you're invested in all these stocks? Think I give a shit? Think I give a shit if the market sells off for 3 days? Because I know in those 3 days, I'm going to be short the NQ futures. I'm going to be loaded up on puts on the Qs. And I'm going to be shorting everything that reverses. I'm going to be shorting everything in sight for those 3 days. I'll probably make more in those 3 days than I've done in 3 years. Do I give a shit if the QQQ pulls back 3 points? What the fuck do I care? But I know if I got 600 puts on and it pulls back 3 points, and I just turned $9,000 into 75,000. That's why I want to sell off, because generally they happen fast, they're vicious, they're ugly, they're scary, and I want to be a part of that on the right side. So again, I'm rooting for the market to go down because I want to make money trading. This investment shit is boring. I own Alcoa. Everybody thinks I'm loaded up. I mean, I got 3,000 shares now? Maybe 4,500. I don't even know. I threw some into my kid's account, my dad's account, my account. The stock moves in 12-cent increments. Woo, exciting. The Qs, what am I up? My cost average is 87.50. Whoa, big deal. I got 1,000 shares of AIG. What's my cost average? Around 52.50. I bought most of it at $53. Candy. What's my cost average? I'm up to $12.50 on the. It's like bought more at 13, bought more at 14. What's my cost average on BlackBerry right now? I bought it back at 9 and change, like an idiot, but still up. Anyway, 20 minutes. I know you guys. It's hard to tolerate, but I'll see you guys on Monday. And again, listen. I'm pretty much the most straight up guy you'll ever meet. And, it's well worth paying up to pick my brain for the next year and a half. Obviously, we're not doing that lifetime membership anymore. That was a one-time thing. But now you can join for a month. You want to join for the rest of the summer? I've given people like $150 for the rest of the summer so you can just, test the waters. What do we got? July, August, you get the next 2 months till, right after Labor Day for $150. You can't go wrong. $150, it's an investment in yourself. It's an investment just to get to know me and my crew. The room's all different now. We got 7 different guys giving ideas in there. And also you got me. I'm awesome. There's no other way of putting it. I'm awesome. I mean, I got 50 guys in the room right now can testify to how awesome I really am. And again, I'm not as awesome as I should be because, again, I've got dick in the market right now compared to what I should have, and I stopped gambling on options at the very worst time. Just like the guy from Airplane, he picked a bad time to stop sniffing glue. I picked a bad time to stop gambling on options. Very, very bad time to stop gambling. But again, if you are a gambling maniac, I could show you what to gamble on, and you can make a lot of money. So, Mr. Jones, you're still out there? Come on, get with the program. Give me a call. All right, I know 4th of July is over already. Everybody's safe. I slept through the whole night. I needed some sleep. I slept from 9 till about 9 this morning. All right, y'all. Have a nice day. I'll be on my boat in a little while. Actually, I'm going to take the little boat out because I want to see how this, I haven't even rode it yet. We got the new engine. So, 50 horsepower engine on a 17-foot boat. We're going to be zipping. It's going to be crazy. All right, guys. God bless you, and I hope you're having fun with your life. And for you young guys that want to get your life started, I mean, I'm 42. I'm probably going to be retired in 2 years. Well, not officially retired. I'll probably be working somewhere, but I don't know if I want to sit and watch the market and talk about it too much more in the next couple of years. So get in when you can. See ya.